Hello, I'm Keely Buckley from Third Bell, and I am doing my report on Frank McCourt's Tis. It's his second book, and his first one was called Angela's Ashes. The reason I decided to read this book was because last year in my class we had to do book reports on nonfiction novels, and I really wanted to do his first one, Angela's Ashes, but someone took it, and so this year I decided I would jump on the chance, and I picked his second book. Well, first of all, this book is mainly it follows up on Frank McCourt's life. It's his memoir, and he at this point in his life has lived in Limerick, Ireland for most of his life, and he has finally decided at the age of 19 to come over to America. And when he comes over, he lives in New York, and he gets a really terrible job at a restaurant down on 34th Street, and he lives in this terrible apartment. And it's basically, this book is about him going to wanting to become a teacher and learning and just living life in America, and it really shows an in-depth look on what it was really like to be an immigrant in America during the time when most people were immigrating, and it really shows the tough life of how the Irish and many other cultures were mistreated and given terrible names and lost lots of opportunities because of that. This book is actually really good. It's one of my new favorite books. I think it's really funny sometimes, but also very sad at sometimes, and also kind of odd and disturbing at some points in the novel. It's for a select audience, I find. I liked it personally because my entire family is Irish, and so a lot of his stories relate to what they've told me, so I find it very interesting. But other people who may not have had that Irish heritage and growing up in that necessarily Irish culture may not find it quite as either humorous, or they may not find it relatable as much as I have. This book may be problematic for some people because his writing is excellent. I find it very descriptive and very easy to understand without being too easy as a novel. But some of his writing, in his dialogue, he doesn't always use quotation marks necessarily, which he does sometimes, which is also kind of confusing. He will say, "Oh, this person says," and then it will kind of turn into descriptions / what that person is saying, which sometimes I personally have to go over and reread a page to understand it. But this book was so thrilling that I did find it completely useful, and I found it very worth the wait to go back and reread and make sure I fully understood it, because it was such a good book. My opinion of this book overall was 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. I fully recommend this to any book, or anyone, maybe not under the age of, say, 11-ish, because you do require somewhat of a maturity for this book, just for some portions of it. Other than that, I would definitely recommend this book to anyone. I find it really good, and thank you.